Hey friends, Jana here, and welcome to another KCC 20 giveaway hop. This time we are featuring cards by Kendra's mystery kits, which are available to Patreon members. Let's see what I can do with one of these kits. Alrighty, let's get into this. I'm going to be working with sketch number 5 and sketch number 6. I told myself this quarter I was going to work through all of the sketches, sketch by sketch, hop by hop. So let's see how I do with these two. And I'm going to be using one of the mystery card kits. Now the mystery card kits are available to the VIP Patreon tier. The All Access tier gets a card sampler kit. So those are just a few perks of being a Patreon member. I am obsessed with the card kits, the mystery kits. One, because there's enough to do the whole challenge. Isn't that awesome? So I'm going to be using these cute little monsters, the alcohol ink looking paper, which I think is from Pink and Maine. So with the mystery card kits, you will notice on the envelope, I pointed out that there is a QR code, and if you scan that, it gives you a printout or a list of everything that is in your kit. So with sketch number 6, and we are doing them backwards, there's a kind of a diagonal cut, and I just measure 1 3/4 inches on each side and then put it in the trimmer and cut that part away, and that gives me my diagonal. Words are hard. And I actually cut one direction and one the other direction. So also pay attention if you have directional paper, so you know which way they're going. And it doesn't really matter. You can flip-flop them. Just on the sketch they go. It's actually a horizontal sketch that I turned vertically this time. That's one thing that's awesome about Kendra's Card Challenge, is that the sketches are an inspiration point. You know, they're there to give you a jumping off point, somewhere to start. And you can, you know, flip them vertically or horizontally, or flip. You'll notice in my cards today that I flip the layouts from left to right. So here is some super speedy Copic coloring of these absolutely adorable little monsters. Now, these monsters are from Your Next Stamp, but that company has sadly gone out of business, so they are not available. Kendra had acquired quite a few of the stamp sets from that company, and she puts them in the card kits. So that's what's fun too, is one, it's mystery. You never know what you're going to get. So, but it's fantastic. I just can't say enough about it. So we're just coloring our monsters. And I picked colors that went with the papers. This paper's fantastic. It kind of looks like alcohol inks. That's what I'm calling it, and bubbles. So we're going to get these guys finished up, and then we will get them onto our cards. All right, we're almost finished. I'm going to finish these guys up, then off camera I will fussy cut 2 of them, add some white pen accents, highlights to them. But let's move on to sketch number 6 and getting it all put together. So just a little note, this is a giveaway hop, so make sure you check out the description box below. There will be a form for you to fill out, and you can fill it out at every stop along the hop. Speaking of stops along the hop, there's a playlist. If you click on the playlist and then hit play all, you'll automatically be advanced from one designer to the next, and you'll get to see everybody work, and everybody is working with different kits, which is so fun. Different kits, different sketches, but they're all the mystery card kits from Kendra, which, like I said, I think I said before, it's the VIP tier, Patreon tier, that gets the mystery card kits. So you know me, I love a good wobbler. And what's not, there's nothing that tops a wobbling monster. So I had to. I had to pull the wobblers out. But they're so fun. But this sketch would be so super easy to mass produce. If you had, a ton of cards to get done, it's really quick, and fairly efficient as far as the cardstock you use. So, I could have flipped and had, a different cardstock on top than on the bottom. There's just so many options to make it your own. There we go, wobbling monsters. Let's get those on our card bases. And then we will move on to our next sketch. But I did them backwards. So there's sketch 6 first and then sketch 5. Because I wanted to do the little wobbling monsters. Aren't they cute? And I do go back off camera and put the sentiments on the inside. So sketch 5 is another one that's pretty quick. A great way to use up some scraps because it's just little pieces of paper. And I just use a circle punch and punch them out. You can see there on the purple monster, I added some polka dots to my coloring. Their expressions crack me up. And that paper is actually hot pink, and it goes with the pink that is in the the pattern paper. So I just needed something else, and I forgot a layer, so I pulled out the orange cardstock that came in the kit, and it was the perfect thing to really make that pattern paper pop. Whew, that's a hard one to say. That's like saying, that Kendra's card challenge is, she shows you how to cut down 6 by 6 sheets of pattern paper. So I did a little ink blending along this monster with the orange just so that the white wasn't quite so bright, but also to tie the orange in together. And this one is the orange and the blue, which is such a fantastic combination. If you look at a color wheel, you'll see why those two colors actually work together. And I just like them. So, we're going to put them on there. But I just used a circle punch to punch them out. I fussy cut the other two. I'm not a huge fan of fussy cutting, so circle punches it was. And it fit perfectly for them. And I debated on turning that blue square so that it was a diamond, but I didn't. I just made them go opposite directions. So there are our 4 cards, all finished and done. I am so glad that you hopped along today. Enjoy the rest of your hop. Leave the designers some love, subscribe if you're so inclined. I would love to have you subscribe to my channel. You would get notification of when I go live again. Thanks for hanging out, you all. Have a fantastic day.